Hey yo, it's Leno and welcome back to the CraftWorks SMP. If you read the title of today's episode, then you kind of already know where this is going. So I'm not going to dilly-dally too much. We're going to go ahead and get right into this. This is going to be a world tour. I'm pretty much just going to show off the things that I have built because I figure the other crafters are going to do a little tour of their own for their own builds. But I am probably going to give a little brief overview as to what we did here at Spawn. So let's just get right on into it, shall we? So the first spot we're going to take a look at is obviously going to be Spawn. Now, this block that I'm standing on right here, this is 00. This is where it all started. You can see here that we kind of branched off in different directions and just kind of took things and made them our own, I guess. What we wanted to do is we wanted to bring a sense of community here to Spawn and kind of bring everybody a little closer together. And I really think we succeeded in that, and I feel like Spawn might not have gone the way we thought it would go, but I think the way it turned out has been beautiful, and I absolutely love what we've done here. So if we take a look down this direction, which I believe is west, if I'm not mistaken, yep, this is west. We've got Goose's house, we've got Jittery's house, we've got the Nether portal, we have got Impala's house, and we've got my house. And then we've got some shops further on down there, and we've got the new CraftWorks Museum, but we will take a look at that in a little bit because there is one thing that I want to show off in there. Now, if we turn back this direction and we take a look this way, which I believe is north, we've got Toblock's house, we have got Millie's little corner store right here, and then we have got ThriftWorks, which is basically like our own little thrift store in CraftWorks, which Millie did, and she did an amazing job as always. Basically, people can drop off their items, they get sorted, and if other players need those items, well, they can pick them up here and they can borrow them. And then right here, we've got Melissa's tent, and right here, we've got a little birthday cake that Inca made for Melissa for her birthday. And then back here, we've got an XP bubble, and then back this way is the boardwalk for the shopping district, and we have also got this beautiful bridge here, which was pretty much all of the crafters getting together and helping out here and doing their own little thing. And I mean, this was the brainchild of Zinc, but we all got together and we did, well, we did this, and I think it's beautiful. I absolutely love this. Zinc is honestly a genius, and the fact that this has a little touch of all the crafters, or at least all the crafters that participated in this. I mean, it's an amazing thing, and I absolutely love it. And if we head towards the south side of Spawn, we have got E's Upside Down Boxcar, we've got Oda's Smithy, we've got Zinkberg's place right here, and we've got Archon's place. Then right there is Mustache Marvels, which was K-Hug's starter place. And then right here, we've got Feather's Farmer's Market from the very beginning of the season. And then way on over yonder, we have got a Cube Prospector's, well, it was his starter place, and then it turned into his entire base, which I'm just going to talk about for a quick second because, oh my gosh, look at this. This man is incredible. I love everything he has done out here. I absolutely love this cube man. I just, oh man, I'm jealous of how he builds. I truly am. And back towards the east side of Spawn, we've got Izzy's little starter water tower here. And apparently I was wrong. This was Cube's starter place, but we're just not going to talk about it. Again, I'm still jealous of how he builds. This is incredible. And right here we have got Nard's place, and then we have got a little stadium here, a little stage area. I don't know. The word is, it is escaping my mind right now. And oh, back here, I also forgot to mention that we have got this little XP farm that is hidden down here. This was one of Cube's shops right here, and then down in here somewhere you can drop down and there's a Silverfish XP farm. But continuing on down the east side, we have got Izzy's little cafe right here. We have got Nard's Redstone shop. We have got the Iron Farm. We've got Oda's shop. We've got quite a bit of stuff going on out here. So I'm not going to go into every little thing out here now because I'm just going to start getting sidetracked and this video is going to take ages to get out. So now that I've given you a brief little tour of what's in each direction, I'm going to start showing you my builds and where you can find them when you get your hands on the world download. So starting back over here at Spawn, we have got my starter build here, which is connected to Impala's starter build. Now, when we started the season, Impala and I had talked about combining bases in the plots. So the way we did things was we sectioned off these plots into little grids, and they were like 16 by 16s and 24 by 24 and so on. And I don't actually remember the plot sizes. It's been a year, okay? Cut me some slack. Impala and I decided to take on the challenge of taking over one of the bigger plots together, which was crazy because I'm not used to building in, well, like this. And hold on, excuse me. What's up there? How did I just now catch this? I'm recording my finale and I'm just now seeing this. What the heck? I ran into a lamppost yesterday. Luckily, I only sustained light injuries. I don't know if that's one that I left somebody else and they put back here, or if that's one that just somebody left in my house. I love it so much. Wow, okay, that's wild. How have I never seen that here? Anyway, and Paul and I had talked about doing opposite themes for our starter builds, and I knew he was going to be doing a bunch of color over here, so I figured why not do a bunch of black and whites over here? But I also knew that I needed some colorful trim just because I needed something to stand out, so I figured why not try the cherry wood? This was my first attempt at actually using the cherry wood, and I thought it worked out. I really, really loved how this looks. And honestly, I can't complain. This is honestly one of my favorite starter builds that I've done. One of the other things I really tried doing this season was doing some interiors because, if you follow this channel for a while, you know that interiors are no bueno for Leno. So I really gave it my all in here, and I was really happy with it. So in here, we've got some little storage up here, a little seating area, and then I've got Feather's head for some reason. And then I have got a Larold hanging out in here as well, some lighting, and then I've got a little kitchen happening. Wow, that sniffer is loud. Anyway, I've got a little kitchen going on in here, and one of the really cool things that I did with this interior was I tried this design with a lectern going above the smoker here to make it look like a ventilation system, and I love this. I honestly don't know how I've not seen anybody else doing this before. This honestly is incredible. I don't know. I kind of blew myself away with that one. And then up here, just a couple of armor stands, paintings, things like that. I've got my own bedroom up here, and it's got my head. It's also got this this poisoned potato sheep because we have the mob heads pack on here, and then blocker balls. I don't really remember where I got those from. And then I have got Jukes up here, and then K-Hug gave me this pufferfish in a jar because, well, there's a lot of pufferfish this season. I'm not even gonna go into it. And then up here, I've got a dad joke that I knew nothing about until now. And then I've got this dog here, and I've got some more stuff happening up here. Just a little man cave type thing. Got a balcony out there, another balcony out here. And then you see the water dripping through here. We're not going to really acknowledge that too much. Impala made the roof of both of our builds into the CraftWorks Club, which was honestly another great thing. I mean, you can find that on my channel as well as most of the other crafters. And I mean, it was just a fun time all around. It was worth the watch if you missed it. And down here, I've got my storage room and a goose head. I've got a little redstone thing happening here. Basically, if I hit this button, it will switch out the block and it will send the current going upwards. And then after a second or two, it will switch back into the magma block, bringing current downwards. So this basically is an easy way up and down. I've got all of my storage happening in here, and that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to show for the starter build. It's honestly a lot, but I'm really, really proud of how this starter build turned out. I honestly cannot get over this. This was a palette that I've never thought to use before, and I kind of impressed myself with this. But that is enough for this build. I want to show you just another couple of builds that I've got over here close to spawn. One of the other builds I've got over here at spawn is my store called I Got Junk, which is very obviously modeled after a very popular retail chain here in the United States, which I'm not going to speak about too much because, well, legal reasons. Anyway, we've got this little parking lot out here, which the parking lot was actually not me. This, I believe, Millie did because I procrastinated and I never did it. So thank you, Millie. So I've got these little banners up here. And one thing that I really noticed, and I got this idea from you guys, the viewers, from a distance, the banners kind of disappear. So from back here, without the banners, the stripped birch still makes it look like there's some sort of logo up there, just a little bit. It's not much, but it does help. And whenever you get closer, the banners actually pop into view and you can read the words and whatnot, but that's perfectly fine. So I tried this weird little thing where I was using smokers and the cobbled deep slate as the base, which honestly is really cool. That's underrated. I've got to do that more. And then I used granite and bricks, and then a bunch of the smooth andesite, which is Honestly, again, another underrated block that I very, very seldom touch. And we've also got some greenery and some flowers and whatnot going on around out here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. In here, though, is where all the magic is. So we have got Timmy, who is the store clerk. We've got our ATM, and then we've got all of the items. So I Got Junk is where I sold all of my enchanted books, my golden carrots, my things like bookshelves, name tags, melons, inner pearls, all that stuff. Back here, I have got a little office, which was once pufferfished right here. This is the first diamond I ever made in the shop. I decided to frame it in here because why not? In here, we've also got the break area. And this was a really cool design that I had found online where, well, we basically made a little coffee machine using armor stands. And I loved this. I don't remember how I did it, but I loved it. And then I did another little armor stand trick over here with a little water cooler. Again, love this. Can't remember how I did it, but I do love the fact that I did that. And yeah, we've got a bunch of storage and little kitchen area and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. Out back, we don't have a lot going on. I've got a little dumpster area and some garbage bags and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. There's not too much to tell, but I actually think this is one of my favorite shops that I've made in the, well, the 2 seasons I've been in the server. So yeah, I'm honestly really, really proud of this one, but I have one more shop to show you, which is right over there at the boardwalk. So let me get over there real quick. Oh, I also forgot Inca's place was right over here down the west side as well. I mean, it's a little off the path a little bit, but that was also his place. But we are going to take a look over here at the shops, which are just right across this bridge. Now, Zinc, the genius that he is, he also came up with the idea of making a little boardwalk of shops, and I loved that idea. I think everybody loved that idea, and there was so much creativity that it got added to this area. What I love about this is you just really get a taste of everybody's style down here. So I might not really go in depth with everybody's builds, but I will at least point out who did what. So down here, we have got Zinc and Impala's record shop. And then up here, we've got Zinc's rocket shop. And we've got Oda's gold shop, which, I mean, I love the name of the Goldie Blocks. I love that so much. And right here, we have got the Chocolate Moon, which was E's mud shop. And right here is my shop, which is Pristine Prismarine. We'll come back to that in a second. We've got Shulk and Shrink, which was Millie's. And then we have got the interior design store, which was Izzy's. And then we have got Wax and Bottle Works. Wow, I cannot speak today. Wax and Bottle Works, which is Melissa's shop. And then we have got Blink 183, which is Cap's. And then right here we have got Tobe's place, which I don't know actually has a name, but English. Wow, it sells quartz. And yeah, so I just want to take a look at mine. I don't really have the time to go through everybody's, but mine is Pristine Prismarine, which again was named by you guys, the viewers, and it is also the CraftWorks HR office, which we didn't really do anything with this season, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay. So I've got a little interior going on in here. This is where I sell, well, my Prismarine items. We will take a look at that farm later because I'm very proud of that. Back here, we've got Greg, who is the shopkeeper, and back here are my shulker boxes with leftover materials, except for this one, which I'm completely out of. We're not going to address that. And then we've got these little armor stands for, well, display purposes, some little seating and stuff like that. And we've got a little spiral staircase right here leading up to the second floor, which leads to a reception area. And this is basically where you would come and sit down and wait to be called to go up and talk to the HR representative, which is upstairs right here. There's a little bit going on. Now, this is a design that I absolutely love using. It's the micro bone blocks on top of the end rods. It makes it look like a modern lamp. I love that design so much. And then up here, I've got my little guardian heads because, well, why not? I collected all of them. I'm going to show them off. And then we've got the little seat right here, which is where the HR representative would sit and would listen to whoever we've got in here, you know, complaining about whatever or with concerns or whatnot. Again, we didn't really do anything with this season. Maybe that's something that I can try to bring back for season 3. Who knows? But that is pretty much it. Now, I do want to show off a few different things that I tried with this shop because I'm really, really proud of the things that came of this one. So one thing that I tried doing was drawing in from the builds that were done right in front of me. So I wanted to try to add in a similar roof shape to what Oda and Zinc did over here, but not blatantly rip them off. So I just kind of combined the two and made my own little shape up here, which I thought was really interesting. And I also really liked how Oda had some colors that tied into Zinc's shop, and then E had some colors that tied into Oda's shop. So I wanted to have colors that tied into all of their shops, and that's exactly what I did. So I've got bamboo that ties into what Oda did, and then I've got these greens and these cyans that ties into what E did, and I've got these little clay pots right here, which ties into what Zinc did over here with all of the red terracotta or concrete or whatever it is. And one other thing that I really liked doing with this one was adding in the shulker boxes for decorations. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lane, that's incredibly expensive, right? It is. But sometimes you have to be willing to spend a lot of diamonds in order to make, well, your build pretty. It just is what it is. And I love it because it adds interest up there. I can't get over that. And yeah, let's see what else we've got up here. Well, we just got a little bit of greenery to kind of tie in a little bit more, and I mean that's largely it. I mean, I didn't really do too much else. I did want to try to add some shading in places. So I've got the dark prismarine here, which again ties into what E did over there, but it also adds a little bit of that darker tint. So if I'm from a distance, it makes sense for it to be a little bit darker, if that makes sense. Overall, I'm really proud of this shop. I think it turned out great. And again, out of the 2 seasons, I think this is also one of my favorite shops that I've done. But speaking of all the Prismarine stuff, I think it's time to show you guys the Prismarine farm, so let's get all the way out there. So I realize I probably should have shown you how to get here. If you go through the nether portal at spawn and you follow the light blue carpet all the way out here, you will see my portal to the Prismarine farm. Now you'll go through this and you will be greeted by this massive structure, and I do mean massive structure. This took me 2 weeks to clear out. Well, not just clear out, but to get the resources for and to build up and to make the farm and everything else. And it was just so wild, so bizarre. But this build was absolutely worth it. So if I free cam up, I'm going to give you a little bit of an aerial view as to what I did out here. So basically, right here is where that ocean temple was. And I surrounded it with a bunch of sand and basically just started clearing out all the water. Absolutely took all the water, and that took ages. And a few of the crafters did swing by and help with that, and without them, it wouldn't have got done as quickly as it did, that's for sure. But I did get all of this drained out eventually, and then I made this giant thing around here, and I mean, I just love it. It's a really interesting shape, and it's weird because we've got these diagonals here, which is it's very hard to work with, especially when you're trying to keep these shapes flowing correctly, I guess. I'm not good with words, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And this was also a first for me because I had never really used Prismarine prior to this, and I had never used Coral prior to this. The Coral was a massive pain because in order to use this, you have to waterlog it, and that again was just a massive pain to do, but it was absolutely worth it because that draws out so much color into this, and I love it so much. Right here we have got the actual Guardian farm itself. So if I fly all the way up here to this AFK platform, and let's just land right here and then free cam down, you can start to see all of the Guardians shoot up and down into the tube here. And this farm, it's just incredible. It just cranks out so many resources so quickly. One AFK session, like overnight, completely filled up all of my chests down there because I've got this huge storage room down here which auto sorts everything for me. It fills up all of this immediately. I mean, I've since cleared it out because, well, I needed space for it. So a lot of the extra resources are in these chests here and have been put into shulker boxes just to kind of help with that. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to take long to fill any of this stuff up. But yeah, I mean, this whole build, while there's not much to say about it, it by far is one of my favorite builds that I've ever done because of just how grand it is and how I don't know, I just really love this color palette. This is a color palette I want to do more with. Yeah, I think that is pretty much all there is to show out here, but I mean, I want to take a look at it with shaders on just because it's been ages and I'm still blown away by this. Yeah, see, there we go. That is gorgeous. And you can't tell me otherwise. You cannot tell me that that is not one of the most beautiful guardian farms you've ever seen. I mean, this is just, oh man, it's crazy. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna sit in here and stare at all of this for ages. I think from here, the only other thing that I need to show off is my mega base, so I guess we're heading out there. So again, coming from the nether portal, you are going to take a right and you are going to go down this light gray carpet to my enchanted oasis, which actually just so happens to not be very far from my prismarine farm, in fact. So if you visit that first, it's not going to take you long to find this. It's pretty much just directly behind the prismarine farm portal. So let's get on over here and let's get through this portal real quick. And when you get through this portal, you're going to be greeted by this amazing storage room. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm not even going to try to be humble about it. I love this storage room so much. This color palette, the vibe, the everything. It's got everything that I love, with the prismarine, the dark oak, the little bits of spruce that I've got in here as well, and redstone, because just, I mean, it's redstone. Who doesn't love that? So I've got a recategorizer back here, and basically this categorizes all of the items into their respective chests. I'm not going to go and explain all of that in depth. If you want to see more on that, you need to go and check out a last episode here on the CraftWorks SMP, where you can get all of the information on that. Yeah, I love this so much. I pretty much wanted to see how the same sort of style from last season's storage room would fit into a different color palette like this, and how easily I can make that work. And I mean, I made it work with ease. This is absolutely great. I love it so much. The vibes in here are immaculate. Out here we have got the foyer. I don't know. English is hard, man. We've got this room out here, the entryway. This room was largely designed by Feather. If you haven't seen Feather's content, what are you doing? Are you living under a rock? I mean, come on, you have got to go and check him out at least once. If you don't like him, fine, but you have to at least check him out once. For me, please. In here, we've got this, and Feather, again, he designed most of this. And, I mean, he did incredible. I just remember logging in with him in the Build School server and inviting him over, and he said, and I quote, "Let me cook." And the man cooked. He absolutely cooked. This is crazy. All I did was put in the floor and help a little bit with the walls, and then this whole area here, and I added in the chandeliers up there. That's really it. And the sconces. The sconces as well, but that's pretty much it. The rest of this, all Feather. All of it Feather. And then this right here. This is a new thing, which, actually, this is the first time you're seeing it on camera. Empress a little bit came over here, and she put this up for me. I wanted a little organic thing to put up there just to kind of fill the space. And, well, she knew the assignment. She came in, she did it, and, you know, as always, she cooked and she left. And I just love this thing. She did great. And thank you so much, E, for coming over and helping with that. And then over here, there's not really much going on other than Stinky the rat, because, well, why not have a giant rat in your mega base, right? This was my Secret Santa gift from E, because, well, she knows me all too well. She knows me all too well. I'm not even going to try to explain that. And up there is a room that Millie put together. I genuinely did not know she was making a room in my castle. And then I wandered in there and found that there was a room being made in my castle, and lo and behold, it was Millie. So I'm going to showcase that, and then we'll take a look at the rest of the surrounding area. If you fly up here to the top of the base, you can find the grand ballroom that Millie made right here. And I mean, just, oh my gosh. This is definitely a Millie interior, and she combined the color palette that I've been working with her style, and again, she absolutely cooked. I don't know what else to say. This is just absolutely incredible. As this sign says, this room was designed by Millie Craft. Find her on YouTube. Much like I said with Feather, if you haven't seen Millie's videos, are you living under a rock? Please go and check out her channel as well. This is just insane. I love it so much. But now we need to go on out here, and we need to check out the exterior of the castle and the whole enchanted oasis itself. Now, this has been a project that I've been working on since, like October of last year. So, yeah, let's say about 6 months of work has gone into this, and it's been crazy. Actually, not even 6 months. It's been about 7 months now. I mean, it's been absolutely crazy, and I've loved every minute of well, just working on it, designing it, getting it built, getting the resources, getting everything together. And it's been crazy. And it's also been a very fun project because it combines the styles of multiple other people, even a couple of friends of mine that aren't even in the CraftWorks server. So let's just take a look at it. I started with this section right here, way back in October, November, and I got it put together. And I didn't really think much of it. Like, I mean, I knew it was going to be cool. I knew that it looked good. I just didn't know where it was going to go from there. I didn't realize how big it actually was or anything like that until I started designing the rest of it. And then I came over here and I started expanding from this side, I believe. Yeah, this side was the next one. And I put this tower up with the help of Empress a little bit, who helped me get all these shapes in and stuff like that. Over here on this side, I got this whole area put together. Now this side was largely me, if I remember correctly. And I think E or Feather or well, no, actually, I think E and Feather did help with this side. Look, again, it's been ages, okay? So we got a little pop of color with the vines and the emeralds and stuff like that, which these vines are a massive pain to build with because you have to string all around them. It's a whole thing. And then these roof gradients, I love these so much. And the shape of the roofs, the everything, it's honestly incredible in my opinion. Then from there, Imchmu, who is from the Backyard SMP, she helped me design this back tower back here. Much like Feather, she logged in to build school, said, hey, let me cook. And then she cooked, and boy, did she ever. Because this is incredible. Just the shapes, the little intricate things from the well, the stairs in there to make it look like it's a little chipped, and then like the wool and stuff up there to make it look weathered, and then the little strips of calcite here, and just everything. She did a fantastic job. And then over here, Winter Wendigo helped me design this tower and this bridge. Well, the tower I pretty much did, but the bridge and this eye in particular, a lot of this was Win. He helped me with most of this, and I mean, again, he just logged in and he cooked. I have been blessed to work with so many amazing and talented creators over the last couple of years. And I mean, yeah, this is just it's by far my favorite build I've ever done. By far my favorite. Now, back here, there's not much to tell. It has been left detailed, but unlike some bigger YouTubers out there, not going to point out any names, there's at least a backside to my build, right? Yeah, so I also started way down here though, because, well, I mean, I knew what I wanted to do without actually knowing what I wanted to do. So this is where it all started, with this little gate right here. And this is where I knew just the kind of color palette that I wanted to work with and the shape and the style and everything. And I love it so much. This little thing, I mean, even though it's a small part of the base, this little thing means so much to me. And then right in here, all the greenery and the running water, just a little bit of movement that was added in here. I mean, all of it was, I mean, it was very well needed, and it added that extra bit of color and everything else. I'm going to remove this before the world download. Don't worry, this is my concrete maker. And then we've got these towers, which apparently have been infested by spiders. And out here, I did add these walls going all the way around the mountain. And this took ages. I mean, this took me probably about 2 weeks of building, honestly. Not even just building, but getting the resources, specifically the mushroom stems, because oh my gosh, those are a pain. I love them so much, but you're not going to see me build with them again. Not anytime soon, because wow. But I did copy those towers around as well, just to give it a little bit more. And then if we kind of free cam all the way on around here, and we take a look at what we've got going on out here, you really start to get a vibe for the actual place. You can't tell me that that's not one of the more impressive things that you've seen in Minecraft. Not even trying to toot my own horn. Just look at it. It's genuinely stunning, in my opinion. Anyway, sorry, you're going to hear me brag a lot about myself in this episode. It is what it is. And then up here recently, I added a custom tree right here and some paths and some flower fields going around here and in front of the castle down here, just because I needed to break this up a little bit. All the green from the grass going into the green for the terracottas and concretes and stuff. I mean, that just was starting to be a little much. And again, there's more blocks out here. I didn't know I need to sort these. Whoops. There's also a pond out here, which honestly, for my first attempt at one of these types of ponds, this looks incredible. Absolutely love this. There was a reference image that I had for this pond, and I love the way it turned out. This whole area has turned out so much better than I could have ever hoped for, and I mean, I've got a lot of friends to thank, and I've got, well, you guys to thank for, well, sticking with me through this, because I know every episode pretty much for the last 6 months have been me just adding little bits to this at a time. And it's amazed me that you guys have stuck with me so long while I've been progressing through this. I mean, sincerely, thank you to all of you for, being here and watching and supporting and everything. It truly means a lot. Now, I mean, that's pretty much it for the things that I've built this season, or at least the things that I can remember. Sorry if there's something I'm forgetting, let me know in the comment section down below. But I mean, this is the finale, so there probably won't be another recording to update this or anything like that. It just is what it is. But before I wrap up this episode, there is one other thing that I want to showcase back at Spawn. Back over here at Spawn, pretty much right beside the Nether portal, is this new museum that Zinkberg and Millie made together. And, well, if you haven't seen it already, it is now currently up on Millie's channel. I'm not sure when Zink is going to put it on his channel, but it is currently up on Millie, so you can kind of see the progress there. But this is a museum that is representing all of CraftWorks Season 2. The members of CraftWorks Season 2 from the very beginning, even featuring the ones that might have left partway through the season, and so on and so forth. There's little podiums representing all of the other crafters and some of the events that have happened. I'm not going to go through every little thing in here just simply because I don't have the time to do that. But if you guys want to see it, you are able to visit this place in the CraftWorks Season 2 download, which will be announced in the CraftWorks fan Discord. Link in the description. Yeah, so again, there's these little podiums that represent all the little things like the Halloween district and the individual crafters like Izzy and Inca and everybody else. So right here is the one that I want to show off, though, because this is one that I really helped organize, and honestly, this is a big thing for CraftWorks. In my opinion, I feel like it just needs to be highlighted. So I added in these little player heads and stuff right here to represent the people that joined us for the Crafting Hope charity stream that we did, where we raised, I believe that the total number was $1,458 USD. These are the members that joined us that are not currently part of CraftWorks, being Hulandite, Tedicus, Puddleshine, Norm Plays, Crispy, Winter Wendigo, and Curtis Does a Dig. Now, these are all friends from other SMPs or from their own solo adventures, and I mean, these are all amazing people. Go and check them out. They are put right here in the little book that's on this podium, so this way you can search them up on YouTube and you can find their content there if you would like. Yeah, I mean, this was a big deal because, I mean, this was a CraftWorks hosted event, and I mean, again, I mostly organized this event, but it would not have been possible without you guys, the viewers, or without these guys helping, being there for the event and doing what they did. I mean, everybody helped, and it's a super big thing. And I know that Crafting Hope was way back in January, and it is now currently May, and I'm talking about it here. But I did at least want to highlight. Oh, sorry, I did not mean to break that, Millie. I did at least want to highlight that, and I felt like it was important to highlight. So if you guys want to see more of this and you want to check out some of this stuff for yourself, again, there will be a world download at the official end of the season, and you can come and visit this for yourself, or you could check this out from Millie or Zink's perspectives, because I'm sure Zink has got a video coming out soon about it, and I know Millie had just put out a video about it, so be sure to check out their videos, and you can get the rundown on all of this as well. But with all of that said and done, I think that is going to be it for me for CraftWorks Season 2. Now, don't worry, I will be back for CraftWorks SMP Season 3, and I have got big plans. Now, I don't mean big as in my mega castle, but big plans as in just things I want to do for next season. I think it's going to be really exciting, really fun, and you guys are definitely going to enjoy it. Now, before I leave, I will go ahead and show this real quick. This is going to be where I leave all of my personal belongings from my inventory and my ender chest. All of that will be left right in here for you guys if you want to see that. But I think that is going to do it for me. Again, this has been a great season. Thank you all so much for your undying love and your support and everything else. And I love each and every one of you, not just you guys, the viewers, but you guys, the crafters who might be watching this as well. Sincerely, love each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to watch, and I guess I will see you guys next season.